Our next presenter, Zhang, now you can do your screen share. Um, Talking about creative education in China, demonstrate how typical Chinese schools develop creative education utilizing technical-based tools such as 3D printers and 3D scanners. In the United States, almost every school has a 3D printer, and generally they don't know what to do with it. So I'm looking forward to this presentation. It is all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. And I am very glad to hear that in the United States, most of the schools have the 3D printers. And currently in China, especially in Zhejiang, most of the schools also have 3D uh, equipment, especially for some high school or like universities. They will have some industrial sized 3D printers, which is much more professional. And today I am more focused on K-12 students. So let's start. Yeah, first let's introduce myself. Hi everyone, this is Chen Zhang from Shining 3D, and I am from China. Today I am very glad to be here to share our experience in creative education in China, especially in Zhejiang, where our company is located. So due to the time limit, I will first quickly go over our and very brief introduction about our company. And then I'll spend most of the time sharing our education solutions. Finally, I'll quickly introduce our new program. It's called Study Trip. So, okay, it's Chinese, but it just means let's start. This is the Chinese version. You cannot understand it, right? You cannot understand it, but I have an English version here. I'm very nice, you know. Okay, let's directly see the English version. And let me read a lot of words here, since it's kind of important. Okay, Chinese 3D, headquartered in Hangzhou, China, owns and operates subsidiaries in Stuttgart, Germany, and San Francisco, United States. So you know you can see our product in America as well. And we have demonstrated a strong international influence with customers in more than 70 countries in Asia Pacific, North America, South America, Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So a lot of countries, right? We are concentrated in providing solutions covering 3D digitizing, which means like here, if you can see the scanner here, it's more about 3D digitizing, and then the intelligent design and the additive manufacturing for industrial manufacturing, healthcare and life science, product customization, and education. If you want to know more, it's a very brief introduction. So if you want to know more about our company, welcome to visit our website. It's very easy, www.strategy3d.com. It's not the major thing for today. Since 2010, Shining 3D had established an education department dedicated to innovation and technology education. So we have already established 3D printing laboratories, 3D digital training rooms, innovation classroom, and maker spaces in cooperation with nearly 100 domestic colleges and vocational colleges. Here the colleges like universities, the colleges and vocational college, as well as more than 400 primary and secondary schools. So we have fostered a large number of teachers as well, which I will explain later. And here is a very simple product view of our company. These are only very small portion. And as I have mentioned before, we can see here, these are for the dental medicines and these are for the industrial use. And for in education part, we mainly supply these affordable and effective equipments. And now let's start to talk about our education solutions. These small Chinese words, it's just a version to tell you that we have done a lot. So what have we done? Since 2013, we have already built up more than 300 3D printing related classrooms. That's not all. We have already trained more than 3,000 creative teachers. That's a big thing. That's more like more tough than just build up the classrooms. And then we also we teach students by our own teachers. We have taught more than 10,000 direct students, and among these students, we have fostered more than 200 student winners, like in different related races. These data do not include universities and colleges. These are only for K-12 students and only in Zhejiang. And let me talk about our solutions in detail. So here there are 4 steps in our approach. We first help schools and institutions to establish the makers classroom. You can see here. Actually, when we establish it, we include the decoration of classroom here, the plan and installation of hardware like the computer, the 3D printers, the digital scanners, things like that, and also the installation of software, as you know, like 123D. That's the most simple one, or like harder one, Inventor, SolidWorks, SolidEdge, and more. After the establishing the classroom, we will start to train the teachers. You know, teachers are very important. We have different types of teacher training programs to help teachers to teach, but they don't know, most of the teachers at that time do not know how to teach, and they do not have things to teach. So to support teachers, here we develop different courses that they can teach. Our curriculum based on STEAM theories. I know in America it's STEM, and in China we add art, so it's STEAM, based on STEAM theories, and utilizing different tools actually, such as 3D printing pen, 3D scanners, 3D printers, intelligent hardware, UAV, and more. A lot of different hardwares are actually inside the classroom. And you know, teachers and students, they need to be encouraged. So to encourage schools, teachers, students, and parents participate in creative education, we help them display results in different ways. For example, we tutor students to take part in national competitions to win awards. That's the most easy way, right? And we help teachers develop special curriculum and publish papers. That's important for teachers. And we also cooperate with government or some institutions to give students stages to show their creative works, like IFIC, like the Invention Convention in China, right? These are some of the works that students have done. If you know the Chinese, you can see these are very wonderful inventions. Okay, more pictures. I really love these cute girls, and this stuff is made from 3D pens. We applied STEAM theories in developing our courses for K-12 students. So during this whole process, we try to stimulate young kids' interest first in creating things by using 3D pens. You know, this kind of things is very easy to use, and it can really stimulate students' interest. And after that, we will let the older students, or let's say older kids, like grade 4 students, to start to learn 3D design or 3D print, programming with Arduino, UAV, to learn different skills, as well as develop their concentration. You can see the picture here. This boy is very, very wonderful. Now he is a junior middle school student, and he is really creative. And we help middle school to establish different clubs in maker spaces like this. Now, this looks kind of not so tidy, you know, but this is a maker space. We try to help students to create whatever they want to create inside that maker space. So overall speaking, Chinese 3D is an education service provider that gives comprehensive solution to both schools and institutions. And I think most of the hardware, let's say hardware factories or some companies like us can do the same things to help students to have more better environment. So let me share a sample school. This school is called Hangzhou Cathy Art School. And this is an education group teaching students from kindergarten to junior middle school. Since 2018, Chinese 3D has helped the school build up a 3D maker classroom in campus. We help the school start 3D courses from, you see, very young kids. They're actually kindergarten students, very, very cute. And as well as older students like high school, not high school, middle school students. As you can see here, they start from easy things using 3D pen to create different decorations. And then they start to use 1, 2, 3D, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3D, you know that, right? To do some 3D design and print it out. This car is one of their design when attending a student makers competition in Hangzhou. Utilizing tension from rubber band and the mechanism of gears, this car was able to climb the incline and finally got the first prize. I'm so proud of them. Here is another sample school. This school is called Xiaoshan Technician College. This is a different type of school. It's a vocational high school. And we help them build up the 3D printing training room and support the school to have 3D classes, utilizing 3D scanners, 3D printers, and more. We also help the school establish the Maker Center. That's a different room. You can see students, if you can you see the last picture? These students utilize the industrial machines there and design some very fancy appearance and to show. Yeah, these are made by industrial machines, 3D printers. Okay, let's talk about our new program, study trip. I know, like what Mr. Chen has presented before, Chinese culture is very, very excellent. So our study trip is kind of a combination of technology and Chinese culture. Chinese 3D opened the exhibition hall, several workshops and classrooms to children all over the world to experience and learn the science and technology behind 3D digitization and 3D printing. Students can enjoy interest practice as well as get back cute creations like these. Yeah, they can get back these creations after the trip. And it's not important to read all the names, but you can see a lot of students have already come, and many schools organize students to come once a year, not only from China, but also from New Zealand, the United States, and Singapore. I think these students are from Michigan. And I really welcome to experience 3D digitized world in Chinese 3D and build up your own creative works with me, okay? So that's all I have for today. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just ask me or just contact me later with this information, okay?
I have a question. What material do you use? You use ABS, PLA? Does it matter?
We mainly use PLA. You know, ABS is not so safe for students, right? PLA is more environmental friendly. That's the only reason for that. But you know, ABS is better to be a staff. I know that, but PLA is more safe. That's the only thing we concerned about.
And do you recycle it when if they have done something it doesn't work? Do they have the process where they can melt it and recreate the fiber?
Actually, we can do the recycle part, and we encourage students to do that. But you know, the students, even these kind of things are not so good when they created something not so good. They still want to get that back to show the process, the iteration they have done. So yeah, that's not really work in real world, but we can recycle that.
Oh, very good, very good. And is there a particular color that the students liked better, or?
Oh my gosh, they really love this color. This one, can you see the yellow one? I don't know why, they really love the yellow one, and the second one is the green one. They love the yellow and green. But actually our company, it should be blue. I hope them love the blue color.
Very good. And you sell your products all over the world?
Right.
Are you doing training in other countries like you're doing in China?
Not really. In China, we have some education program, but in other country, I have asked our colleagues, they don't have education program in other countries.
You should suggest to the company that they send you around the world doing training. You could do training all over the world.
Yeah, actually we have cooperate with, do you know, World Skills, the competition.
Mm-hmm.
And we have that kind of training program, but that's for kind of like college students.
Very good, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I'm sorry we have to go. We've got a whole schedule and we've got wonderful presentation after another, but thank you very much. This will be put up on and it'll be recorded, and we will get this up on China. King has a website that you'll be able to access, so you'll be able to show this all over.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 Okay, Julie, if you don't